Welcome back to the channel and thank you for joining me once again. Today we're going to talk about a car that many of us thought we might never see again. The return of the Honda S2000 for 2026. This is not just another sports car on the market. It is a reimagining of one of Honda's most iconic models, and a statement to the automotive world that the brand still knows how to build a pure, focused driver's machine. Right from the first glance, the 2026 S2000 makes it clear that Honda hasn't simply dusted off an old badge, but instead poured engineering, design and passion into every inch of the car. For years, enthusiasts begged for the S2000 to return, and Honda has responded with something that respects the original spirit, but also moves it decisively into the modern era. From the very front, the car strikes an aggressive but beautifully restrained pose. The nose sits low and wide. The hood has sculpted character lines that draw your eye to the sharp LED headlamps, which themselves are slim, angled and almost predatory in appearance. The front bumper integrates large functional air intakes to channel cool air toward the engine bay and brakes, an element you know was tested with performance in mind rather than just styling. Honda has given the new S2000 an unmistakable roadster profile with a long hood and a short rear deck, an homage to the classic proportions that made the original so special. Moving down the side, you notice the flared wheel arches, a sign of the wide track and rear-wheel drive stance. The wheels themselves are lightweight alloys available in several finishes, wrapped in sticky performance tires, and the low ride height coupled with short overhangs communicates agility and balance even when the car is standing still. At the rear, the design becomes even more distinctive. The LED taillights are thin and run almost the full width of the car, visually lowering it even more. A subtle lip spoiler helps with downforce without cluttering the clean lines, and the dual exhaust tips sit neatly within a diffuser that actually manages airflow under the car. Every angle of the exterior feels like a modern interpretation of what a small, high-revving Honda Roadster should look like in 2026. Slip into the cabin, and the theme of driver focus continues. The seating position is low and intimate, making you feel like you're wearing the car rather than sitting on top of it. Honda has rethought the ergonomics to make sure that every control is within easy reach, and that the driver remains the center of the experience. The sports seats are deeply bolstered to hold you in place during spirited driving, but padded enough to handle daily commutes. Materials have taken a big step up from the older S2000. The dashboard uses soft touch leather and Alcantara accents, brushed aluminum highlights, and the option for carbon fiber trim for those who want an even racier feel. The steering wheel is a small diameter flat-bottom unit with tactile controls for audio and performance modes. Ahead of you sits a fully digital instrument cluster that is crisp, bright and configurable, showing everything from a traditional tachometer to G-force meters and lap times. The center stack features a touchscreen infotainment system that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but Honda wisely retained physical knobs and buttons for core functions like climate control and volume, so you're not fumbling with menus when driving. The cabin is compact but not cramped, with clever storage spaces and premium audio available for those who want their music as sharp as their handling. It feels like a true evolution of the S2000's famously minimal cockpit, updated for the technology age but still stripped back enough to remind you this is a car built to be driven. Performance is where the new S2000 shows how far Honda's engineering has come. Under the hood sits a turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine, producing about 330 horsepower and a healthy amount of torque. A significant leap over the naturally aspirated unit of the past, but still with that zingy, high-revving character enthusiasts love. This power is sent to the rear wheels through a slick 6-speed manual gearbox as standard, complete with rev matching for seamless downshifts. For those who prefer, Honda offers a dual-clutch automatic with paddle shifters that delivers lightning-quick gear changes. But purists will be thrilled that the manual remains the centerpiece of the driving experience. Thanks to a curb weight kept under control through the use of aluminum and high-strength steel, the car can sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 4.5 seconds while maintaining nimble, balanced handling. The chassis has been stiffened and the suspension employs adaptive dampers that adjust to your driving style, offering a compliant ride on city streets and sharp precision on the track. Steering is quick and communicative, a rarity in modern electric systems. And combined with the rear-wheel drive layout, it creates a sense of connection between driver and machine that very few cars at this price point can match. Braking is equally impressive with large ventilated discs and optional Brembo calipers, providing confident stopping power. Honda has also tuned the exhaust to deliver a throaty, sporty note without being obnoxious, giving the car an auditory signature that complements its performance. Even fuel efficiency is respectable given the power on tap, making it a sports car you could realistically drive every day. Pricing has been carefully positioned to make the S2000 accessible yet aspirational. The base model is expected to start around $48,000, a figure that undercuts several European rivals while offering comparable or even superior driving enjoyment. Fully loaded trims with premium materials, the Brembo brake package, and a carbon fiber aero kit push the price closer to $55,000. But even at that level, the car remains a strong value considering its performance and pedigree. Honda also plans a few special editions down the line, potentially with higher power outputs or exclusive colors, giving enthusiasts something to look forward to. If you're wondering whether this car is the right choice for you, think about what you value most in a vehicle. If you're looking for a luxury Grand Tourer or an all-wheel drive rocket ship, there are other options out there. But if what excites you is the pure act of driving, a lightweight chassis that dances through corners, an engine that begs to be revved, and a manual gearbox that puts you in complete control, then the 2026 Honda S2000 will feel like a breath of fresh air in a market dominated by heavier, more isolated machines. My personal suggestion is to at least test drive the manual version before you decide, because it brings out the essence of what this car is all about. Also consider adding the performance package if you plan to hit the track, as the upgraded brakes and aero enhancements make a noticeable difference. This brings us to the end of our deep dive into the 2026 Honda S2000. Honda has managed to create a modern classic that honors its heritage while embracing today's technology and performance standards. It's a car built for enthusiasts at a time when cars like this are becoming increasingly rare. If you've been waiting for something that delivers unfiltered driving pleasure without an exotic price tag, this might just be the car for you. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your fellow car fans, and subscribe for more in-depth reviews of the latest and greatest vehicles hitting the market. Drop your thoughts on the new S2000 in the comments below. Would you choose it over its competitors, or stick with a different sports car? Until next time, drive safe, stay passionate, and keep your love for great cars alive. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated muscle cars of the decade, the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 351. This car revives one of Ford's most iconic performance badges, blending old-school muscle tradition with cutting-edge technology and modern styling. From the moment you lay eyes on it, you can tell Ford has gone all out to make this a true halo car for enthusiasts, a machine that bridges the past and the future of the Mustang lineup. The first thing that grabs your attention is the exterior. At the front, the car has an aggressive, wide stance with a reimagined grille inspired by the classic Boss 351, but with modern aerodynamic detailing. The grille is flanked by slim LED matrix headlights that feature a signature tri-bar lighting motif, giving it an instantly recognizable face even at night. The hood has a functional air scoop that not only pays homage to the original, but also improves cooling for the massive V8 beneath. Ford's engineers have sculpted sharper lines across the bumper, and the splitter is more pronounced than ever, increasing downforce for track use while still looking purposeful on the street. Moving along the side, the 2026 Boss 351 carries an unmistakably muscular profile. The fenders are flared to house wider performance tires, giving the car a planted, aggressive look. Sculpted side skirts flow seamlessly into the rear haunches, accentuating the car's low and wide demeanor. The fastback roofline is sleeker and more aerodynamic, helping reduce drag and improve high-speed stability. New lightweight alloy wheels with a distinctive multi-spoke design come standard, while optional carbon fiber wheels reduce unsprung weight for serious track enthusiasts. Subtle badging on the fenders hints at its pedigree without screaming for attention, a nod to the understated confidence of the original Boss models. At the back, the 2026 Boss 351 is equally impressive. The rear fascia features a redesigned diffuser to manage airflow, and the signature Mustang tri-bar taillights have been updated with a dynamic sequential turn signal effect. A larger, functional rear spoiler adds to both style and downforce, and quad exhaust tips finish off the rear with an aggressive, performance-ready stance. Even the rear window has been slightly reshaped for improved visibility and aerodynamic efficiency. Every detail of the rear end feels deliberate, from the sculpted bumper to the tucked-in license plate area that recalls classic Mustangs while looking thoroughly modern. Stepping inside, the interior of the 2026 Boss 351 is a blend of retro cues and contemporary technology. The cabin is driver-focused, with a thick, flat-bottom steering wheel wrapped in premium leather and accented with contrast stitching. Behind it, a fully digital instrument cluster offers customizable layouts, including a classic-style tachometer for purists. The center console is dominated by a high-resolution touchscreen running Ford's latest Sync 5 system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, integrated performance telemetry, and even track-focused apps to monitor lap times and G-forces. Materials throughout the cabin have been upgraded to match the car's performance status, with optional Alcantara, brushed aluminum, and carbon fiber trim available. The seats are deeply bolstered for support during spirited driving, but remain comfortable enough for long highway cruises. Rear seating is more practical than before, offering slightly more legroom thanks to a redesigned floor pan, though it's still best suited for shorter trips. Ambient lighting and an upgraded B&O sound system give the cabin a premium feel when you're not listening to the thunderous exhaust note. Under the hood is where the magic truly happens. The 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 351 is powered by a naturally aspirated 5.8-liter V8 engine, a modern reinterpretation of the original's displacement, producing an estimated 550 horsepower and 480 lb-ft of torque. This engine has been tuned for high revving performance and a distinctive soundtrack that sets it apart from the standard GT models. Buyers can choose between a 6-speed manual transmission for an authentic muscle car experience or a 10-speed automatic for quicker shifts and slightly better fuel efficiency. Ford has also incorporated advanced cooling systems, forged internals, and lightweight components to ensure durability and consistency during track days. The chassis benefits from a new adaptive MagneRide suspension, stiffer anti-roll bars, and a revised steering system that provides sharper feedback. Braking power comes from massive Brembo brakes, with 6-piston calipers up front and 4-piston units at the rear, ensuring confidence-inspiring stopping power. Performance numbers are equally impressive. The 2026 Boss 351 is expected to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds, with a top speed north of 185 miles per hour. Despite its muscle car heritage, the handling is poised and predictable, thanks to a lower center of gravity, improved weight distribution, and sticky performance tires. Modes for normal, sport, track, and drag strip allow the car to adapt to different driving situations at the press of a button, adjusting throttle response, shift mapping, suspension stiffness, and even exhaust sound. This makes the Boss 351 not only a straight-line bruiser but also a capable corner carver, something enthusiasts have been demanding for years. When it comes to pricing, Ford has positioned the 2026 Mustang Boss 351 as a step above the GT and Mach 1 models, but below the Shelby GT500. The base price is expected to start around $68,000, with fully loaded versions pushing into the mid-$70,000 range, depending on options like carbon wheels, track packages, and premium interior upgrades. Considering the performance and heritage baked into this car, It's a compelling value compared to European competitors with similar power outputs but far higher price tags. For potential buyers, the 2026 Boss 351 represents an ideal blend of nostalgia and modern engineering. If you're someone who loved the classic Boss cars and wants that same raw, naturally aspirated experience, but with 21st century refinement, this is your car. It's also a great option for enthusiasts who want a performance Mustang without jumping all the way up to the supercharged Shelby, which can feel more like a specialized track toy. My suggestion is to spec it with the manual transmission and track package if you're serious about driving enjoyment, or go for the automatic with the premium interior if you want an everyday performance car that's also comfortable for long trips. That's everything you need to know about the 2026 Ford Mustang Boss 351. It's a car that honors its heritage while pushing the Mustang brand forward with more power, better handling, and modern technology. Whether you're a die-hard Ford fan, a collector, or just someone who loves high-performance cars, this new Boss 351 deserves a spot on your radar. Don't forget to like the video if you found this review helpful. Subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, and let me know in the comments what you think of the 2026 Boss 351. Would you take this over a Shelby GT 500 or a Camaro ZL1? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated comebacks in the sports car world, the 2026 Honda S2000. This is the car enthusiasts have been dreaming about for years, and Honda has finally answered the call with a modern interpretation of its iconic roadster. In this video, we'll take you on a full walk-around and driving impression of the 2026 S2000, exploring its design from every angle, its interior upgrades, the performance figures, price expectations, and of course, whether it's worth it for you as a driver. Sit back, because this one's special. From the first glance at the front, you know Honda has nailed the blend of nostalgia and modernity. The nose is lower and sharper than before, with sculpted LED headlights that taper into the fenders, giving the car a predatory yet elegant look. The grille has been slimmed down compared to the original, taking cues from Honda's latest design language, but with enough retro flavor to make longtime fans smile. Aggressive air intakes flank the bumper to channel air to the brakes and engine bay, while a subtle front splitter improves downforce without looking over the top. It's a face that says sports car without screaming for attention. Moving along the side, the 2026 S2000 retains that classic long hood and short rear deck proportions, which instantly communicate performance. The wheel arches are more pronounced, housing new lightweight forged alloy wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport tires. Honda has kept the car low-slung and compact, with a taut character line that runs from the front fender to the rear haunches, giving it a muscular yet refined stance. The retractable soft-top roof is designed to fold down quickly and stow neatly, keeping the car's clean lines intact whether it's up or down. Aerodynamic mirrors and flush door handles modernize the profile, reducing drag while enhancing aesthetics. At the rear, the car's design really comes alive. LED taillights stretch horizontally and have a distinctive light signature that pays homage to the original S2000's lamp design. A subtle ducktail spoiler is integrated into the trunk lid, offering both style and functional downforce at higher speeds. Dual exhaust outlets sit wide apart in the lower diffuser, signaling the car's performance credentials while maintaining a balanced, symmetrical look. The rear bumper is sculpted to improve airflow and reduce lift, and the stance from behind is wide, athletic, and unmistakably S2000. Opening the door reveals how far Honda has come with the interior. The cabin of the 2026 S2000 is a driver-focused cockpit that blends high-quality materials with modern tech. There's a low-slung seating position, perfectly aligned pedals, and a thick, flat-bottom steering wheel wrapped in premium leather with tactile controls. The digital instrument cluster is crisp and customizable, providing performance data like G-forces, lap timers, and even real-time torque distribution. The center console is minimalist yet functional, housing a high-resolution touchscreen with Honda's latest infotainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a premium audio system tuned specifically for the open-top experience. Soft touch materials, brushed aluminum accents, and optional Alcantara trim elevate the feel, while storage is cleverly integrated to keep essentials secure during spirited drives. Performance is where the 2026 S2000 cements its reputation as a true driver's car. Under the hood lies a turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine derived from the Civic Type R's power plant, but tuned specifically for this lightweight roadster. It produces around 340 horsepower and revs eagerly to over 8,000 RPM, keeping the spirit of the original high-revving engine alive while adding modern turbo torque. Buyers can choose between a 6-speed manual gearbox with a short-throw shifter or a lightning-quick dual-clutch automatic. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a limited-slip differential, and the car weighs just under 3,000 pounds thanks to extensive use of aluminum and carbon-reinforced plastics. Adaptive suspension with multiple drive modes allows you to switch from comfortable cruising to razor-sharp handling at the touch of a button. The steering is precise and communicative, and Honda has fine-tuned the chassis to deliver the perfect balance of agility and stability, making every corner an event. Pricing for the 2026 Honda S2000 is expected to start around $50,000 for the base trim, climbing up to about $60,000 for fully loaded versions with performance and technology packages. This positions it competitively against rivals like the Mazda MX-5 RF and Toyota GR Supra, but with a unique open-top driving experience and a manual transmission option that many enthusiasts crave. Honda's reputation for reliability and low running costs further strengthens its appeal, making it a smart buy for someone who wants both thrills and peace of mind. If you're considering the 2026 S2000, think about what you want from a sports car. If your priority is pure driving pleasure, a visceral connection to the road, and a car that's as rewarding on a twisty back road as it is on a weekend track day, the S2000 should be at the top of your list. If you need more practicality or daily usability, some competitors might offer larger trunks or more luxury, but none match the Honda's blend of performance, simplicity, and heritage. Enthusiasts who love the original will appreciate how faithfully this car channels its spirit while embracing the technology of today. That wraps up our in-depth look at the 2026 Honda S2000. It's a bold return for an icon, and Honda has clearly done its homework to make it relevant and exciting in today's market. With its striking design, upgraded interior, thrilling performance, and competitive pricing, it stands poised to recapture the hearts of driving enthusiasts everywhere. If you're as excited about this car as we are, let us know in the comments what you think about Honda's new approach to the S2000. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more detailed car reviews, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next drive. Welcome back to the channel where passion for cars meets in-depth storytelling. Today, we are going to take you on a journey through one of the most anticipated performance coupes of the coming year, the 2026 BMW M4. This isn't just another model year refresh. This is BMW M GmbH, rethinking what a modern high-performance coupe should be in a world of electrification, stricter emissions, and ever-increasing expectations from enthusiasts. If you have followed the M4 since its debut, you know it has always tried to straddle the line between daily usability and motorsport pedigree. The 2026 version doubles down on both, offering more technology, more speed, more efficiency, and at the same time more comfort and design finesse than ever before. As you settle in to watch, imagine yourself walking up to the car on a bright morning, key fob in your pocket, and every surface of this car hinting at something very special. The first thing that hits you is the way the new M4 looks. BMW has kept the bold vertical kidney grills that sparked debate a few years ago, but has evolved them with cleaner edges, active flaps, and a 3D mesh pattern that changes its look depending on the light. The front bumper sits lower, with bigger sculpted intakes feeding air to a sophisticated cooling system for the engine, brakes, and transmission. Above them, the headlights have gone even thinner, now using the company's latest laser matrix technology with adaptive beams and blue accent bars that give the car a piercing stare at night. The bonnet carries subtle but aggressive power domes and new creases that guide air over the roof and into the rear spoiler. A carbon fiber front splitter is now standard on the competition model, giving a motorsport look and reducing lift at high speed. Even the badge treatment has been revised with a darker chrome and M-colored accents. Slide your eyes down the side and the profile of the 2026 M4 shows why it is more than just a facelift. The roof remains carbon to keep the center of gravity low, but now the weave is left exposed with a new gloss coating that glints in sunlight. The car sits 10 mm lower than before and rides on new forged 20-inch alloys up front and 21-inch at the rear, shod with specially developed Michelin Pilot Sport 5S tires. The wheel arches are subtly flared to house a wider track, and the side skirts now have integrated aero fins to straighten airflow. The door handles are flush, and the side mirrors are pure M design with winglets to reduce turbulence. BMW's individual program introduces a palette of striking new colors such as frozen deep green, aurora blue metallic, and a matte fire orange, each transforming the car's character from stealthy to outrageous, depending on your choice. At the back, the 2026 BMW M4 is nothing short of dramatic. Slim, three-dimensional LED taillights wrap around the rear and light up in a cascading pattern when you unlock the car. The rear bumper integrates a completely re-engineered diffuser with functional vertical fins to channel air from under the flat underbody. Quad 100mm exhaust pipes sit wider apart, and their valves can now be individually programmed through the infotainment system for quiet neighborhood starts or full-on track thunder. The trunk lid has a built-in gurney-style lip that improves downforce without looking tacked on. Continues inside. BMW has clearly listened to feedback and given the 2026 M4 an interior that feels both cutting-edge and driver-focused. The curved display stretches almost seamlessly across the dashboard, combining a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster with a 14.9-inch central touchscreen running the new iDrive 9 system. This software is faster, more customizable, and supports over-the-air performance updates. The graphics are crisp, and the M-specific displays show real-time G-forces, tire pressures, lap timers, and even a 3D render of power distribution when in xDrive mode. Physical buttons are reduced, but key functions such as climate and volume still have tactile controls to avoid distraction. The seats are a work of art. The optional M carbon bucket seats are 10 kg lighter than before and offer multi-way electric adjustment, memory, heating, and even ventilation. They hug you tightly on track, yet remain comfortable for long journeys. Upholstery options include merino leather in bold two-tone schemes, Alcantara inserts, and illuminated M logos on the headrests. The steering wheel has been reshaped with a slightly flattened bottom. Under the bonnet, the heart of the beast beats stronger than ever. The familiar 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six has been comprehensively re-engineered with lighter pistons, a reinforced crankshaft, and new high-flow turbochargers. In standard rear-wheel drive form, it produces around 530 horsepower and 480 lb-ft of torque. The competition model with xDrive sends 560 horsepower and 500 lb-ft to all four wheels, but with a strong rear bias. You can still choose a 6-speed manual on the base version for purist thrills, or the latest 8-speed M Steptronic with Drive Logic for rapid, seamless shifts. Launch control and M traction control let you fine-tune how much slip you want, from safe wet road grip to full rear drive hooligan mode. Officially, BMW quotes 0-60 mph in 3.3 seconds for the competition xDrive and a top speed limited to 155 mph or 180 mph with the optional M drivers package, but insiders say it's even quicker. A new cooling circuit and larger oil cooler mean it can lap a track repeatedly without heat soak, and adaptive M suspension with electronically controlled dampers gives a huge bandwidth between comfort and razor-sharp handling. Optional carbon ceramic brakes bring fade-free stopping power and reduce unsprung weight. Pricing reflects its premium and performance status. Expect the base 2026 M4 to start around $82,000 USD. The competition xDrive near $90,000 USD and well-spec'd cars with carbon seats, exclusive paint, and the high-end Bowers & Wilkins audio system to climb past $105,000 USD. In Europe and other markets, pricing will vary with taxes, but BMW is keeping it competitive with rivals like the Mercedes-AMG C63 Hybrid and Audi RS5 Performance. Considering the blend of speed, luxury, and usability, many will find the price justified. If you're considering buying one, think carefully about your priorities. Do you want the tactile feel of a manual gearbox and the purity of rear-wheel drive? Then the base model may be the sweetest spot. Do you want devastating all-weather acceleration and maximum grip? The competition xDrive is for you. If you're planning track days, carbon ceramic brakes and bucket seats are worth it. All of this adds up to a car that doesn't just move the M4 story forward, it pushes it into a new era. It remains recognizably an M car, with its linear power delivery, balanced chassis and emotive soundtrack. But it also embraces the future with smarter electronics, more efficient engines, and a cabin that rivals luxury sedans. Whether you're attacking a mountain pass, lapping a circuit, or simply turning heads in the city, the 2026 BMW M4 feels like a complete package. It's not perfect, but it is deeply satisfying. That's why, in my view, this is one of the most important performance cars of the year. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the 2026 BMW M4. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more detailed reviews of upcoming cars, and let me know in the comments which version of the new M4 you'd choose. Your feedback helps shape future content, and there's plenty more exciting machinery to cover in the months ahead. Until next time, drive safe and keep enjoying the road. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the 2026 Toyota RAV4, a model that takes one of the world's most popular SUVs and moves it a step forward into the future. We're going to explore its design, cabin feel, driving experience, and pricing, so you'll know if it's worth your money. From the moment you first see the 2026 RAV4, the exterior styling is sharper and bolder than before. Toyota has reworked the front fascia with a wider grille, slimmer LED headlights, and a sportier bumper design. Along the sides, strong character lines and slightly flared wheel arches give it a more confident stance, while the new alloy wheel options and subtle chrome accents make it look more premium. At the rear, the taillights are sleeker, the tailgate has been reshaped for better aerodynamics, and the integrated spoiler adds a modern, sporty touch. Overall, the RAV4 now looks more upscale while still being instantly recognizable. Step inside and you're welcomed by a cabin that blends practicality with a touch of luxury. The dashboard is redesigned with softer materials and a larger touchscreen infotainment system that feels crisp and easy to navigate. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, while higher trims offer a premium JBL audio system. The seats are more supportive and available with ventilation and heating options, and Toyota has added more sound insulation to make highway drives quieter. In the back, passengers enjoy generous legroom and a flat load floor, making it one of the most family-friendly cabins in its class. The cargo area is also larger, with clever underfloor storage to maximize space. On the road, the 2026 RAV4 focuses on a balance between efficiency and capability. The base model continues with a refined four-cylinder engine, tuned for smoother acceleration, while the hybrid variant delivers impressive fuel economy with an updated battery system that provides more instant torque. Toyota has also improved steering feel and suspension damping, giving the RAV4 a calmer, more composed ride over bumps. For those who want a little adventure, the AWD system in higher trims offers enhanced traction control and multiple drive modes for different terrains. Whether you're commuting in the city or taking a weekend trip off the beaten path, it feels confident and predictable. Pricing for the 2026 Toyota RAV4 starts competitively, with the base model expected around $30,000, the hybrid version in the mid-30,000s, and top-tier trims such as the XSE or Limited climbing into the low $40,000 range, depending on options. Considering the improved design, tech upgrades, and better fuel efficiency, the pricing still represents solid value in the compact SUV market. If you're looking for an SUV that blends reliability, updated styling, modern tech, and strong resale value, the 2026 Toyota RAV4 continues to be a top contender. It's a smart pick for families, commuters, and anyone who wants a practical vehicle with a dash of style and capability.